Towards the end of April, Donald Trump held a fundraiser that cost $1 million per plate. And that's how they list it, but really it's $1 million per person. So if you wanted to attend Donald Trump's little fundraiser, get to hear him up on stage, barely be able to string a sentence together, you had to pay $1 million for it. 11 days after that $1 million a plate fundraiser, 11 days later, Donald Trump thought, you know what? $1 million ain't enough. So this past Monday, May 5th, Donald Trump held a $1.5 million per plate fundraiser. And he raised millions upon millions of dollars, just like he did at the previous fundraiser. He has another one coming up on May 22nd for the top 220 investors in his meme coin. And that's going to net him even more money as more and more folks go to buy up as much as they can so they can get this special invite and win the grand prize of listening to a man with dementia yell at them. But all of this kind of underscores a bigger point. Donald Trump, regardless of what he says, regardless of the merch he is selling of Trump 2028, he can't run for office again. And after serving as president of the United States, it's unlikely that he would want to go anywhere and run for House or Senate or governor or dog catcher or whatever. He's pretty much not going to hold office at the end of this term. I don't even think he's going to be mentally capable of holding office at the end of the term because I don't think he's mentally capable of holding office today. But that's something I've talked about in plenty of other segments. Here's the thing. He is raising all this money. He is taking these millions and millions and millions of dollars from these big-time Republican donors. And unlike Elon Musk, who does seemingly have an infinite amount of money that he can spend on anyone, these other donors don't, right? They do have limits. So there is a finite amount of money that they can give to Republicans because they can't bankrupt themselves buying politicians. But instead of spending that money to get Republicans elected across the country, they're giving it to a man who can't even run for office again. So what Donald Trump is effectively doing here is screwing over, quite literally, the next generation of potential Republican leaders. He is starving them of that donor money so that he can be the one to dole it out. Which means if we get a moderate Republican out there who says, you know what, I like Republican ideals, I don't like where the Republican Party is, I'm definitely not a liberal, but I'd like to run for office. Well, good luck with that, because you're not going to be able to get the money from the donors because they've given it all to Donald Trump. Oh, there'll be crumbs to spread around, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying these people aren't going to be able to raise $1, but they're not going to get the big money because that's now sitting in Donald Trump's war chest. So if these candidates across the country want to get their hands on that money that Donald Trump is hoarding like smog now, what he's going to have to do, or she's going to have to do, is go to Mar-a-Lago and kiss the ring. They will have to basically make themselves subservient to Donald Trump in order to get their hands on this Republican donor money that, again, he is hoarding because he can't use it. He's not going to use it to run for a lower office than President of the United States. So that is what Trump is doing here. Every time we see these fundraisers, this isn't about Donald Trump, it's not just, I should say, about Donald Trump getting money from people and then giving them special favors. It's about Donald Trump taking money away from the future of the Republican Party. And to be perfectly honest with you, I don't have a problem with that. I really genuinely do not. I hope Donald Trump keeps doing it. I'd like to see him bump that number up. Like, let's go $2 million a plate. Let's go $3, $4, $5 million a plate, Donald. Bleed those donors dry while they give money to a guy that can't run for office again. Because Republicans are already facing a political wipeout, according to Republicans, in next year's midterms. And that wipeout is going to be far bigger than anybody is predicting when there's no money left for all of the candidates to try to run for office. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.